Hello guys, welcome to next video new video. This is a quick update on the price of Bitcoin. Today is Wednesday, and as you can see, Bitcoin cannot close a weekly candle above the middle of this downward channel 4 weeks in a row. That means we've been below the middle of this downward channel for a month now, as exactly as we predicted. And with this current week trying to break the middle of this channel to the upside, and it seems like everyone is bullish. And of course, without closing a candle above the middle of this channel, we cannot state that there is a recovery or that the bear market is finished. And the reason behind this analysis is because, as you already know, and we can actually show you, is that the bottom for Bitcoin doesn't come during the red phase on the DXY. It never happened before, and it's likely that it's not going to happen this time as well. So meaning every time you reach the top, yeah, and you are in red on the DXY in the super gap indicator, that means you can have acceleration in the top. And what's going to happen next during the red phase is consolidation or a double top. In this case, during that red phase, in this phase, we had a double top for Bitcoin. But of course, the double top never only came after the red and during the silver. So meaning Bitcoin never bottoms during the red phase on the DXY. So as we are still on the red phase on the DXY at the moment, I know a lot of people are calling for bottom to be in, and for me, it doesn't make any sense. Although Bitcoin could be retesting the middle of this downward channel, even if we try to retest 77,000, it doesn't mean that the bull bear market is finished or that the bottom is in. The bottom will be in when we switch from red to silver, and mostly when we are in the green period. You can see during the last bear market, the DXY was green, and when DXY turned switch from silver to green is when Bitcoin actually touch double touch the bottom of the downward channel, and then of course was able to recover and enter a new bull market. The same thing happened in 2017. You can see after the red phase there was an acceleration, top, correction, bear market, and during red you can see that the bear market we consolidating, moving sideways until we had the final drop to retest the bottom of this upward channel. And you can see that during the green phase is when mostly the bottom is in and Bitcoin starts recovering. So I don't think uh, we are out of the woods yet, that the bottom is in. For that particular reason, I believe the bottom will be in around 46,000, which is the bottom of the downward channel, or with a double bottom around 36,000. As we are still in the red phase on the DXY, we're still gonna have to have the silver and the green. And when mostly we are in green in the DXY is when the bottom is in and the market is ready to recover. So any pump towards 77,000 or trying to gain support above the middle of this channel, to me is just a dead cat bounce. And the only thing that's gonna give us confidence in our analysis when the DXY switch from silver to green, or from red now to silver and then green. That's why we believe that our analysis is just unfolding as it should, and most likely we're gonna have to have one last leg to find support, and we're gonna have to have this confirmation from DXY as well. The DXY and Bitcoin ratio for that particular reason, of course, the DXY, the RSI is being above the 50 level. That's because we are in a bear market, as predicted. You can see that the ratio is above the 50 week moving average, as predicted. That means we are in a bear market. And of course, I already aligned this upward line like in previous cycle. By the time we break this trend line to the downside, that means it's likely that the bottom is in. So you can see that the RSI, this ratio is kind of trying to retest, or we'll certainly find resistance on this line and somehow will get rejected. So that's because of this downward trend, the middle of this downward channel retesting this level, even retesting 77 level is just a dead cat bounce that most likely will be get rejected, and we're gonna have to follow the come and retest the bottom of this channel as I already explained. So the ratio, you can see the same things can be seen in the ratio. We have this resistance line, or that's gonna make it go down again, go up again, and you can see the RSI breach the 70 level to the upside, get really close to 80. So basically when we are 80, that's the absolute bottom. You can see every time RSI on the 80 around the green line is absolute bottom for Bitcoin. And of course we went very close but didn't break it or close above it. That means we are still finding Bitcoin still just consolidating to actually have its next leg to the downside, as I already explained. You can see the fear and greed index. The market therefore is fearful, and we've been in extreme fear for a very long time. And the market, although the market is on extreme fear for a very long time, you can see that Bitcoin is not able to recover the 77,000 level. It's trying to recover, but you know, extreme fear during bear market, we have to keep an eye on support and resistance. Every time we break, we reach some level of support is when the fear comes in, and every time we have a little dead cat bounce, we release the fear is released a little bit, it becomes less apparent just to be crashed down again, because we need to find a bottom in this market. And finding a bottom is difficult. This is what is causing so much fear in the market. But we need to understand support and resistance before we trust this fear. We shouldn't trust this fear during bear market, because it is what it is, and we have to respect support and resistance before we understand fear during bear market. I know that extreme fear during bear market is just like I say on the last update, is just as retesting major support, and when broken, fear returns. And by the time we start recovering, making new all-time high, making higher highs, is when we actually begin to recover, and it makes more sense to actually predict that the bottom is in. We're going to have to see this DXY on the silver or green to actually know that the bottom is in, and understand that the fear is just an opportunity during bear market to position and to buy the dip. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this quick update, please consider subscribing, sharing this video with your friends and family, and I will see you next week. Thank you very much, and bye.